Box tonight. ITV1's new series 7 Days on the Breadline will see 4 famous people, Mel B, Keith Allen, Trini Woodhull and Austin Healey, stepping into the shoes of families living on housing estates in Leeds and trying to live on an extremely low budget for 1 week. The show will see them attempting to understand what it's like living on the breadline and the issues faced by their host families.
I gave up rugby because I basically lost the courage to carry on what I was doing. I didn't have the courage to carry on. And I had to find the courage to go and do something else. I tell you, that was a massive turning point in my life. I could have gone either way. I hit the bottle, started drinking, went crazy for a couple of months. But the decision's yours. You're the only person who can turn yourself around. Your mum would really appreciate it if you did.
Now, it seems that the celebrities during the course of the show become aware that some of the kids are finding it hard to find motivation to make something of their lives. But do you think that everyone can better themselves regardless of their situation?
I think they can, actually. I think with the right ingredients, I think most people can. You know, I mean, I'm from a council estate at the Elephant and Castle. We didn't have any money, you know. I was brought up by my mum, single parent, with the help of my nan and granddad. And between the three of them, they managed to kind of, you know, pool resources. They had a good, positive attitude. And my mum was a brilliant mentor. And I think if you have that, then I think it can make all the difference. And in some ways, it's really strange, but, you know, poverty and hardship like that can be quite a good motivator if you use it the right way. You know, I mean, hunger was a good thing for me, and the things that don't break you can make you. And I you know, when my mum is the best example, actually, just having a fantastic mentor in her. She's typical of someone who thinks outside the box, I think, because her circumstances in, you know, 1963, when I was born, out of wedlock, it was a very shameful thing, and we didn't have any money, and my mum didn't have a job or anything like that, and, you know, I'm sure a lot of people today find themselves in a similar situation, and, you know, it was very, very difficult for her, but she didn't go, oh, my goodness, this is just going to be the end of me. She decided, I'm going to have this child, I'm going to do what I can to make it work, along with the help of my nan and granddad, who were very fortunate in that way. But we didn't have any money. We just had a will and a positive attitude.
And that was fantastic, I think, in your case, that as you say, that she turned something, a negative situation into something positive. But I think saying that hunger was a great motivator for you is interesting. But then again, you did have your mother, who one of the main things that she gave you was love. And I just think that for some people, they don't have a parent or a mentor, somebody who is supporting them in that way. And somebody who has sort of had a constant battle, not related to poverty, I'm just talking about with mental illness. Obviously, that type of upbringing, that type of hardship can lead to a lot of mental illness. And although your mother was doing a fantastic job bringing you up, should she had suffered from clinical depression or something like that, that would have been where you might have gone under, and then that's the cycle.
She did, though, later on in life, she did have depression, and as a family, because, I mean, we're very lucky. We had no money, but we had a lot of love for each other and a will to make sure that we were all happy. My mum did have depression later on in life, and when I was 11 years old, you know, my mum was taking sedatives to calm with it and stuff to make her calm and cope with it all, and I found a homeopathic doctor to help her get off those things. So we've been through lots of stuff, and I'm not saying that we're... Because we had a love for each other.
But recently I went to this, sorry to come in there, but recently I went to Liverpool to award these young offenders who were all tagged with incentive awards. They'd all they'd been helped by these fantastic people in Liverpool who were helping these young offenders, and they were getting awards for the different things that they'd done. And they were all coming out of their shell. They'd all come from nothing. But out of the children that were there was maybe 6 or 7 of them, young people. There was one parent there. And I said to one young lad, I said, you know, are you still in touch with your parents? Do they support you? And he said, well, we don't see my dad anymore, and I talk to my mum sometimes on Facebook. You know, and so that's what I mean. It's very hard for somebody like him, until he'd found these mentors from outside of his family to encourage him. If he hadn't, that's their role models. What are they going to learn from that?
But the point is, you've now probably got 3 generations of people, unemployed families, parents who didn't have parents who were good role models. Where do we break the cycle? And it upsets me that the government talks about this in schools and that in schools. That these people need communities and they need love, and the money should be, why can't we have youth clubs back? Why can't we have places for people to feel good about themselves? What they've got in magazines and on the television and on the internet is a lifestyle that is rubbish, that is all about money, you know, clothes and fame and celebrity. You can be
poor. A lot of it is how you spend the money, isn't it? I mean, if you can afford a packet of bags and a,
there's nothing wrong with being poor or not having the kind of money that people are saying exists for lots of people out there. There is a terrible poverty problem in this country. There's 1 million children in this country below the poverty line. They're the ones we should be concerned about. There are lots of countries, though, where people don't have vast amounts of money, but have a happy community, and they have family.
And there are some wonderful communities. I mean, there are some wonderful communities here still
But we should be helping to get back to the point. Yes, you can better yourself if we have a society that gives you the opportunity, instead of keep passing you to the next person.
And it's also not saying that everyone lives on a council estate isn't happy with their lot either.
No, of course not. And also, it doesn't. It's not the schools. It really, again, it's that old thing of it starting at home, isn't it? And just having parents that actually care,
or guardians, or good role models. Exactly. Now, do you fancy